Hey, what's going on? My name is Michael and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to talk about the differences between single-family home investments and investing in multifamily, so commercial real estate. It's a different side of the world. It's a bigger game. There's a lot more accredited investors on this side of the world versus doing your sophisticated investor that might be on just simply the single-family home sector. So I'm going to draw up a couple examples on why you might want to consider doing commercial real estate investing versus single-family homes, and there's a lot of reasons why. So let's just go over some pros and cons of each category and go from there. All right, so let's see. I'm gonna put these categories here. So you got your SFH, which stands for single-family home, and let's see. Let's do your pros over here, and then you got some cons. So hopefully this fits. I'll try to make it pretty small for you guys, and yeah, so you got that, and then you got this other section here. I'm going to call it CRE, which stands for commercial real estate. Commercial real estate can be, normally it's thought of as 5 units or more as you buy into a package deal. So that could be 5 single-family homes, but let's think a little bit bigger. So you got an apartment complex that's 20 units, 50 units, and beyond. So something a lot bigger than your normal stuff. And typically, you can't do this with or by yourself. You have to do it with other people. So keep that in mind. But let's go over pros. So you got your single-family home. A pro for owning a single-family home is that you own the asset typically by yourself. So you're in control of it. You know what's going on. You get to determine if you want to rehab it, if you want to sell it. It's all up to you in that game. So that's a pro. Let's write that down. 100% control, right? You know, that's pretty nice. You get to figure out and control the fate of your investment all by yourself. So that comes with some responsibilities, which might fall into a con of single-family home investments, is that you have to be the running lead of your business. So what that means is that you have to find the leads, you have to be able to talk to contractors, and then go with that process and find the appropriate financing to actually close on the deal. So you're doing all that together. You might have to be talking to a property management. I recommend doing property management if you're going to invest in the SFH world, because that's a lot to do. You know, lead sourcing, financing, communicating, negotiating, that's all by yourself. So I'm going to put that down as a con. Let's see, let's call it, you have to know how to do a lot of things. So let's call that highly skilled. I call that as a con because that takes away time from having to focus on just one thing and getting really good at it. Like, you notice if you're an employee at a job, most jobs will have you specialize in something, and that's simply because it reduces inefficiency. You get good at something and you can repeat that process over and over again. So when you're doing a single family home, sure, you might get good at building this process up, but it's going to take you a while to get excellent at it, and that's going to take time, and time is money. So you might want to go a little bit, away from that category of single family homes, but those are some examples. Okay, so let me just give you some other stuff for a single-family home benefits. What else? So, you get to choose. You get to choose if you're going to rehab it, you're going to sell it. I kind of said that previously. I don't know. I own some single-family homes right now, and it's great, but it's not like I can. Once you run out of money, you kind of just stop, right? So you can't. You got to find someone else to help syndicate towards another deal. Syndicate just simply means bringing money together to do another deal. And you might syndicate on a single family home investment side and it goes great, but once you run out of money again, then you stop. So I don't know, that process is okay. You can ask me questions on single family homes if you want. I'm not really leaning towards it anymore just because of my years of experience in it. Just really, to me, it's not the way to go. So let's go over this category, which I like way more. A lot more people don't actually know about it because there are specific requirements to get involved. So here in the SFH world, anyone can do it, and that's great. It's a lot of opportunity, but that also means there's more competition in this world. So actually, let me put that down as a con. There's more competition because anyone can do this, right? So I'll put COMP for competition. Anyone can get a job, anyone can buy a single family home, and anyone can do that. So there's less opportunity out there because everyone's doing it as well. So commercial real estate is a little bit different, right? So if you are a passive investor, so there's two categories in apartment investing, right? So there's an active investor and there's a passive investor. The active investor is someone that is typically known as the general partner, which is structuring the deal, running the deal, talking to brokers, talking to apartment owners, talking to financing, and making it actually happen. So they're putting out the spreadsheets for you guys if you're a passive investor. A passive investor, they simply provide money to the deal, and they can provide recommendations on how to run the deal, but that's the job of an active investor. They're doing all the actual work. Passive investor, providing money and collecting the benefits of leveraging off of someone else's knowledge and experience and relationships and other people's money, OPM. And so when you do a syndication, you have more opportunity to buy more doors at once and diversify across that apartment complex. So what's a pro for doing commercial real estate as a passive investor? Well, it truly is passive if deals are coming to you. So I'm going to put that down as a pro over here. It's passive as a passive investor. This is really a good section to be in because you don't have to do anything at all. Just understand the numbers, have a relationship with the general partners, and they might offer you a deal. So that's a great perk for being in the commercial real estate space. Now, a con for commercial real estate, it sounds like what it is. It's a commercialized thing. It's a lot more doors. It's going to cost you a lot more. So I'm going to put that as a con. It costs way more to get involved in this section. There's a couple of reasons why. So I'm going to put here costly. And basically, it's costly to be in the deal or be a part of the deal. Two reasons, two limitations that come with commercial real estate is normally, as I said in other videos, you have to have a lot of money to get into these opportunities on the CRE side of the business. So normally, companies will, or general partners will offer a deal, but you have to put in at least $50,000 in the deal. So that's a lot of money. A lot of people that fall into the single family home business aren't really used to that volume of numbers here. So that's one thing you got to keep in mind. It costs way more to get in, but you leverage off of the things I just said. So, their relationships, other people's money, their experience, and their knowledge. So that's a great opportunity that comes with it, but it takes big money to play with the big leagues. So that's a con. Another thing to keep in mind too, when you're doing commercial real estate, the deal could either be public or not public. So if it's a public deal, there's different rules with SEC guidelines of how the deal has to be structured. And as a note, I am not an attorney, but I am knowledgeable in this as I kind of do the CRE side of the world. So if you're doing a public deal, you have to be dealing with accredited investors primarily, or you have to structure in such a way that you can prove to someone else that you are a sophisticated investor. And that goes into other rules where you have to show to the SEC, if they ever challenge you, that you are credible, you have a broad and specialized understanding of commercial real estate, and that you've been having a prior relationship with the general partners before going in on a deal. So those are something to keep in mind when you're doing a commercial real estate deal. And normally public investment deals, CRE side, are going to be leaning towards the accredited investor. You have to be an accredited investor, which means you have to have at least $1 million of net worth that's not counting your personal home. So people with a lot of money, basically. To be a sophisticated investor, you just have to have a relationship with the general partners. You have a broad and specialized understanding of real estate and commercial real estate particularly, and that you demonstrate the knowledge and you have enough money to go in on a deal. Again, typically $50,000 or more. So there you have it, guys. I don't want to make it too long for you. Obviously, there's a lot I can go in here about this SFH and CRE. I might actually be offering courses down the road where you can actually buy my time and I can give you some analysis and review deeper on these categories, especially if you're trying to become a real estate investor. You're going to want to know the differences between both of them and why you should pay attention to each one to get the best tax advantages and spend the best amount of time doing each category. All right, that's all I got for you. Thank you so much for watching. the Growth Mindset channel, and I hope you guys are investing well, living well, and ultimately doing well. Catch you on the next one. Take care.